Here are some books that I'd recommend to help you get out of a reading slump. This is a pretty random selection, including some books that are not in my usual genre of horror and spookiness, but I've deliberately gone for books that I think are easily digestible, easy to get into, and have pretty compelling plots. First up is The Appeal by Janice Hallett. This is a murder mystery involving an amateur dramatics group. The plot unfolds via emails, messages that different people are sending to each other. If you have ever been near an amateur dramatics group or involved in Amdram, Janice Hallett has gotten the characterization of these kind of groups spot on. It is so fun, so enjoyable, and it's a really good mystery as well. If you fancy getting into a bit of horror but you don't want to dive into a really weighty tome, I'd suggest Horror Store by Grady Hendrix. This is a horror story set in a giant IKEA, and it's laid out like it is an IKEA catalogue. You have a very good plot and it is very frightening at points, but you also have diagrams and instructions peppered through the book for different types of furniture, which get more and more disturbing as you go. It's a great book if you want to slip into some horror. Thrillers are a great way of breaking a reading slump, but they've got to hook you straight away. One book that I listened to last year was Listen for the Lie. I not only thought this was a really good thriller story, but the format again made it incredibly accessible. It is partly told in podcast episodes and partly in the first person. I really enjoyed it and raced through it. Maybe you'd like a little fantasy with a little romance in there. I really shouldn't keep recommending One Dark Window, but I will do it until the day I die. I think this is such a juicy romantasy to dive into. For contemporary fiction, Eleanor Oliphant is completely fine. You follow the story of Eleanor, who's very socially awkward as she is going through her normal routine, but then some people come into her lives offering her a chance at friendship, and she's also thinking about starting a relationship with someone she really shouldn't. I don't know what it was about this book, but I found it so enjoyable to read. It was so well written, the characters were so well realised. I come back to it again and again, and I don't know how to put into words what it is about this book that works. Reading slumps happen to everyone. Don't beat yourself up over it if you just can't get into a book these days. If you have suggestions of books that hurled you out of your reading slump, let me know.